Hello, it's the Beginner Crafter. Welcome to another WIPTube. And I've done a lot of progress, so I have a lot of things to show you. Let's start with something a bit new, which is the braid, kumihimo braid, for the Mochila bag that I've been doing. The colors are a bit too pastel, I guess, for the camera to focus on the braid. But yeah, it's about this length, which is probably, I don't know, 15 centimeters. Maybe that should be about 6 inches, I think. And yeah, I've been plotting this. I have a weird system. These are the bobbins, but there are a few bobbins still which have thread and those little balls, what do you call them? Beads. Thread and beads wound on them, and I think it's for a project. I remember I wanted to, I think, make a bracelet, another bracelet from the kit that I had, but I think I didn't have enough beads, and that's why I didn't do it. So everything is still on those bobbins, and I will have to make a decision whether I want to continue with the project, so try buying some beads very similar to those ones, or not. So I have some bobbins that were free, some threads are on cloth pegs, and two I think are completely loose, and these are the easiest. Well, the bobbin ones are of course the easiest to deal with, but the ones that are completely loose, even though they're long, they're much easier to deal with than the cloth peg ones. So it's not going as fast as I would like because everything keeps tangling every time I make a break. And I need to take breaks because it's, you know, it's too boring doing everything the same thing all the time. But for I think 2 days of work on the braid, I think it's pretty nice progress, so I'm not too mad about it. Then let's move on to black work. So this is the 2020 stitch along, and I filled the 3rd row, and I also did some gridding further on, so I can now move to also a few lower rows and fill them up. This is another reddish color, and I like the middle one the best, I think. The most geometric and the most fun also, although the most complicated to make out of all of them. So it was fun. Mental fun to make it, but it's much prettier, I think, than doing it is, because you have to constantly have a look which line to put, which not to put, so that all those labyrinths and mazes just go the way they should. So that's that. And also I've got October fillers in the 2023 stitch along. Well, this one is not yet complete because I'll wait until I get here, because that's where the color returns, so that will be in November. But in November, actually, I know that the plan is for both November and December fillers already to be put out. so that if someone wants to make a Christmas stitch along, they can also take part and also have enough time to just decorate house for Christmas. I don't know how I'll work. I don't intend to take part in any Christmas stitch alongs. I do need to make some decorations for Christmas, but I haven't made the decision whether I would work so that I do the November fillers in November and December fillers in December, or whether I will do November fillers in 2 weeks' time as they are put out, and then December fillers in the next 2 weeks' time when they are posted. So I still haven't made up my mind. I don't know how it will work. But, well, the last 2 parts of it and the stitch along will be finished, and yeah, I'll be preparing for a new one, I guess, because I think I will want to continue with those black work stitch alongs. They're really fun. Not all the designs I like very much, but a lot of them are really interesting, and it's always a new technique to learn and possibly to use for decorating something when I want to. So yeah, this one is also not finished. I forgot that there isn't a center in there, but yeah, also this one, but this one will continue quickly, also in November, but this one will be like the first to complete and then move on here. So yeah, this is what the stitch along looks like right now, and we'll see what's happening next. Then I've got my regular stitching. So first Miranda. And Miranda is getting a lot of work. I stitched 2,149 stitches this time. I'm at 34.44%. And in October, although there are like 2 more days in October, but in October, let's put it this way, I've stitched 3,886 stitches, so that's great. I made a lot of progress, and I'm almost done with this page. I did have a problem with another thread, and I had to go again and buy the thread, but I'm done. So there's only small part here that is still white, and of course a little bit there, but I am thinking about moving to the next page because some of the threads I'll be needing here, or some of the threads continue downwards and they don't go too far to the next page. That's why I don't want to really park them and start anew. I will have to look how much of that color sort of continues on the sister pages, so maybe that will influence my decision further on, but for now I might leave this page as is and move to this one in the future. So it looks like that for now, but I'm pretty happy with the progress I've made with it, because it's good. It's a good progress. Then Mini Marvellous Garden. And Mini Marvellous Garden didn't get as much work done because only 482 stitches, and in the whole month of October it was 1,009 stitches. But as you can see, I'm basically finished with cleaning up the parked threads. There are still a few left, but because they continue somewhere here where it's a bit difficult right now to count where they should go, I've decided not to clean them up and just start stitching the regular way and start filling in some of the holes that are left by those threads that used to be parked. I am at 55.17%, so like I thought, the whole cleaning up of parking threads took me to over 55%, so like 5% of stitching was parked threads. So now I only need 20 more percent to stitch to start cleaning up again. And that will be the last cleaning then, because after that I get to 100% and everything will be stitched, which is fantastic. I know there is a thread that is already finished. I'm not using it anymore in the picture because I don't have any more stitches to make with it. So that's fun. So yeah, that's it. That's the progress, and I'm also happy with it. Not too many stitches, but I'm not too concerned with it. I'm cleaned up. I can start stitching again with like normal square by square way or something close to it. So yeah, that's really, really great. And Avarice got also quite nice progress, because Avarice I stitched 1,094 stitches. So in 2 weeks of stitching, I stitched more on Avarice than in the whole month for Mini Marvellous Garden, which is a bit weird. I wasn't expecting to stitch so much on Avarice. I don't really know how it happened, but it happened somehow. And I got to 9%.77. So I'm really close to 10%, and I really hope I will get there probably in the next WIPTube and at the end of November the farthest, which is great. This is fantastic because I can do really nice progress with it before starting. What am I starting? I'm starting Envy. So yeah, that's great. I also gridded up a bit more because right now I will be moving to the next page. I already put some stitches on the next page, mostly to either clean up the parked threads, but also because there were a few stitches of a given color up there, and then I needed those colors up here. As you can see, there's a lot of details now on the face of Avarice lady, demon, sin, however you want to call it. Also, I think the hair look pretty detailed, and I think this will be the headband that is still a bit white. I did fill in some confetti stitches on page 2 as well. So really great progress. And yeah, I think I'm ready to move to the next page. There might be a few stitches that I'll still be making in here on this page, but I think now it's time to move on to the next page. But yeah, I'm really, really happy. Oh, I forgot with Miranda. Also another milestone, although it's a really tiny one, but still, with Miranda, I have the whole row up here. The first 4 pages, they're completely filled. I did fill the last stitch that I had here, like a confetti stitch. So these pages are completely filled without any stitch missing, which is really good. The next row is not so lucky. I still have some stitches to complete. Even on, no, maybe this page, these pages are also complete. I'll have to look. I didn't think to look at those pages if they are also completely filled right now. It's difficult to see sometimes if there are like confetti stitches because the stitches are really, really tiny. But my app tells me whether I've completed a page or not, but I forgot to look. But these pages are, as you can easily see, not complete yet. So yeah, but that's a nice milestone. In Avarice, I'm not as concerned with finishing pages, although once I do have a completely filled page, I guess I will also announce it as a nice milestone to be proud of. And my last project is, of course, my knitting. So Bloom Between the Lines. And it's getting longer. I mean, that's basically all I can say. It's getting longer. I finished another repeat, and I did more than one pattern repeat. I mean, not fully more than one repeat, but a few more rows than just a pattern repeat this time. But I've also made a mistake once, and I got lazy, and I didn't think to get to my lifeline, even though it was literally 0 below. But I got lazy, and now what can happen is that I missed a stitch, and I took it because on the one row I sort of took an extra stitch somehow, and I tried to figure out which one it is and drop it, and I might be lucky and actually dropped the correct one, but also I might have made a mistake and dropped the incorrect one, and everything will sort of happen, will turn out once I get rid of this lifeline, because it's somewhere here, and that will happen once I get to the middle of this repeat, so pretty soon, and that will be the moment of truth. It may ruin the whole work, or it may not. We'll see. I mean, I will be. I hope I will remember to pay attention and quickly try to grab the stitch and somehow connect it to what's happening up there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I might have some news to tell you next time. So we'll see. But for now, it's just getting longer and longer. I like it more and more. I don't know when I'll finish it, but I hope I will finish it pretty soon to be able to start a new project. Because yeah, knitting is getting more and more normal to me, easier to me. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If you want to see the progress, you'll have to continue, so think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you liked it, leave a comment if you have anything to say, some advice, a question, whatever. Yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!